I know you're busy, but if you're waiting for something really bad to happen, for some red line to get crossed before you show up to that protest or join your rapid response group or otherwise plug into resistance, I need you to watch this video. According to the Department of Homeland Security, in Trump's first year back in office, there were about 675,000 deportations. There's tens of thousands of people currently being held in ICE camps. And I know those numbers generally sound bad, and I know that you know that things are bad, but I don't know if you understand quite how bad. Throughout the entirety of Japanese internment during World War II, there were about 120,000 Japanese Americans who were interned. The Trail of Tears in the 1830s was the forced removal of about 100,000 people. There have been 675,000 deportations. Over 65,000 people in ICE detention right now. The bad moment that you're waiting for is already here. It's already past. That can be hard to contextualize because we think of really bad things as like historic scourges. We think of them as things that happen in a different time, which is of course based on nothing because we have millions of people in like deeply racist incarceration always in the United States of America, something that is a direct descendant of slavery so that we can force people to work for free. That broader and continuous context doesn't mean that what's happening right now is not also terrible, potentially uniquely terrible. And it will be framed in history books as what it is, which is a racist and murderous forced internment of people and forced removal and forced migration of people that is happening in plain sight. History doesn't feel like history while it's happening. We learned about these things in class and we looked and said, how could those people have let that happen while it was happening? Like 98% of the United States supported Japanese internment while it was happening. The scale of what you're seeing has already passed the level where it will be in history books and taught to people generations from now as like one of the great horrors of American history. A history that is full of racist horrors that we look back on and say, how did people let that happen? You're seeing it. You're like, that's a learning experience. We know how people let that happen because we're doing it. And if you are waiting for some special push, it's never going to come because it has already happened. There is no special push. There's just the world around you and what you can see happening. There's this incredible independent journalist, Jillian Brockle, who's tracking all of the third country removals where people are sent to countries where they have no ties. There have been more than 19,000 of them as of June. You should really subscribe to her newsletter. She's independent. The historical evil, if you're waiting for it, it's already happening. And if you've thought of yourself as someone that would respond a certain way, living through a historical evil, you have to respond in that way. You have to do it now. There's this really good book from Haymarket out called How to Close a Camp. It's like a starting point for effective resistance to ICE expansion. There's been successful campaigns to get like citizens to stop loaning to private prison companies that are running ICE facilities. So if you have this sense of like, where do I start? There are people that are starting, there are resources, there's guidance. There's not gonna be like a magic moment where all of a sudden it becomes deeply clear how bad things are and what you need to do. You are in the moment now. What are you gonna do about it?